And welcome back. Hey guys, how you doing, sir?
Doing well.
Good.
Been an exciting week.
Yeah, been a fun week. Yeah, a lot of things going on. So, what's going on with you?
Interesting enough, I have a Taekwondo tournament this weekend.
Awesome, awesome.
Gonna go out on the floor and hit, kick, and play with my sword. Pardon the expression.
yeah, and hopefully you'll come back with some medals.
I should come back with some medals.
Yep.
If so, I will show them when we're online next time.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, we got
I will share.
Show and tell.
Yeah.
Hey, and if you show your medals, I'll show my welds.
Hey, so what did you do this week?
So this has been a so today would be, we'll call it, today's Tuesday. I've held a weld stick, stinger is what it's called.
Okay.
But yeah, I've held one in my hand for officially 12 days now. And I'm actually working on my certification right now, actually.
So you're gonna get yourself certified doing this. That's a lot faster than getting yourself a driver's license.
Yeah, to be honest, no, and I am nervous.
Why?
So
You're never nervous.
Nervous.
That's the nature of your life. Is you go into things with no fear,
no, well,
or
yeah,
actually not caring sometimes.
yeah, and more of it's just not caring.
Yeah.
And it'll all be okay. But it's this like certification for any IT certifications.
Yep.
The same thing is that nervousness of yeah. And so this has been, and again, I've only welded for 12 days.
Yeah.
I don't think I could get an IT certification that fast. Maybe the A+ certification.
You could have gotten probably the Security Plus, but you've talked about security stuff for
for a long time.
20 years.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about welding 2 weeks ago.
Right.
But yeah, so currently, today's Tuesday, since we're talking about it, and I've got the vertical test, just filling in the vertical V. I passed the visual test.
Okay. So you can see.
Yes. So actually the inspector can see.
Okay. It'd be nice to let people know what a visual
test is. Yeah. So it's making sure that the weld isn't too high or too low from the joint.
All right.
And so essentially it can only be less than 1/8 of an inch above your weld plates.
Okay.
And below like a 32 seconds.
It's got to be
below.
really within tight performance.
And if you're over, you can't just like cut it down.
Okay.
To go, look, I'm now under. No.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. And so tomorrow we're gonna shave everything down so it's nice and flat, and then we're gonna bend it and see if there's any cracks.
Well, the hope is it doesn't bend, right?
No, it's gonna bend.
It's going to bend.
It's gonna bend.
Okay.
What you're looking for in the bend is, and I'll bring it.
Yeah, share it next time. Yeah.
So I'll throw up a picture, not this one, but next time. And actually, I'll throw it in this one. You'll see it.
Yeah.
If I pass.
Otherwise, you'll see a picture of him crying.
Yeah, one of the two. So in the bend, you're gonna see it's gonna look like one piece of metal.
Okay.
And that's a good weld.
That's what it should
because everything's blended together.
Right.
Again, welding is essentially melting everything back together.
Right.
And so there shouldn't be any seams. You shouldn't see any gaps, no cracks.
It look like a solid piece of metal.
It's gonna look like one solid piece of metal.
Okay.
That's the goal. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm nervous about that. But yeah. So that's been again one of those things I've been thinking about, just kind of nervousness. Kind of like the article that you emailed me about brain cells. That's got me thinking about. Well, that's a little nerve-wracking.
So sent David an article, and he'll have the links on there
down below.
Someplace down there where you're supposed to like and subscribe and all those kind of good things. About where they're using cells blood cells and now brain cells to perform actual computing activity.
So why brain cells?
Okay, great question. Why can't we just trust AI? Okay, so brain cells. Brain cells are
compared. Why brain cells compared to computer electronics?
Yeah. Okay. So brain cells already have neurons. They already have all the connections, if you would, to perform. I'm not going to say computation, but all the comparisons that neurons do.
Yep.
So, because I don't want to get into the weeds.
Well, so yeah, but this is kind of what like, kind of why brain cells versus electronics? And what I was reading it's I'll be honest, it's about electricity.
Yep. Well, one of the reasons to do
power.
that, there's two reasons. A key one, though, is because I don't have to use all the electricity and circuits because brain cells already have all that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't require, I mean, how much electricity does it take to power your brain?
My wife would say none.
Most wives would say that, yes. So not a bunch.
Not a bunch.
And yet you process how many computations?
Yeah, again, my wife would say a couple. But in all reality, I mean, we power our body can turn on a light bulb.
Right.
Which is a fascinating thing. I didn't even think about that.
So it makes it, so part of this is neurons can perform that activity with a much lower power because you've already got some of that there. There are some other aspects of that we have to think about because it's biological. So you actually, I mean, I love there's one article here that you'll link that is inside the data center where the day starts with topping off cerebral spinal fluid. So they actually have to swap out fluid into these things to care for them.
So does that mean that not only do I have to get a certification in AI, but then a certification in biology?
It's a great question. So is it
how smart do I need to be?
Does the A+ certificate, or do you need to be trained as essentially
brain surgeon?
There's a scary thought.
That's the weird.
That's a weird thing. But yeah, you're going to have to think about how these things work. I mean, because we talk about artificial intelligence as working like the brain works.
Yep.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
We believe it does. We make believe that it does, but it doesn't. And in this case, it does. They actually trained the system to play Doom. Okay, for those of you that are a bit younger, Doom
younger
was
than
in
the 90s.
Okay. Big video game. It's actually one of the ways they use to say, hey, can I get a computer to do X?
Yep.
Playing Doom is one of those ways to kind of do it. It's a first-person shooter, and if you haven't done it, go do it. It's fun. So, but anyway, they've been able to make that work.
Yeah, which is scary.
Right.
So now that we're also using brain cells, what about like sentient? Like, I mean,
that is one of the questions. There's a whole raft of...
If it's training itself, because AI is learning and teaching itself.
And that's what's happening here.
And they're doing it all. If they eventually do it all in the same brain cells, does that brain cell become...
Well, you're actually going to be training. That is one of those things. And one of the things that they talk about is instead of just doing it right away, if you go talk to the company that's doing this, to do this, they won't do it like right away because they have to select the right kind of cells for the project that you're doing.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, okay, how does that work?
It's almost like the cells know more than we think it knows.
Yes, that is one of the, another article I found was they had actually done this with a fly, used the brain cells from a fly, powered it up, and it started actually searching for sugar without any guidance because it needs that. So does it come to us with some already trained?
Yeah, if it's already trained. Again, that sentient kind of what it pre-knowledge ahead of time.
Yeah. Great question.
We
don't know.
Will it ask for breaks?
I
need a 30-minute lunch break.
It goes back to the fact, will it open and close the doors when it's supposed to?
Yeah, right.
Call back to 2001.
Or will it turn off and open things when it's not supposed to.
Well, we already run into that where code is doing it on its own.
Yeah.
I mean, AI, Amazon ran into that.
Yeah, and that was another article that we looked at was the Amazon kind of shutting things down because AI is kind of getting too scary.
Well, if you don't put the right, we talked about guardrails a couple of weeks ago, and I don't want to go into in depth because I'll get smacked for going into too much detail. But if you haven't managed to structure the AI well and how you are built the rule sets around it,
Yep.
Yeah, it can happen. In this case, the AI for AWS, for Amazon, felt it was more efficient and more effective to shut an application down for 3 or 4 hours
Without telling anybody?
without telling anybody, because it solved the problem.
Fix it, yeah. So, I mean, again, this is where people like, oh, AI is doing stuff without telling a human. Maybe we should start inserting human activity more often.
Well, we use the term human in the middle for a reason. It's kind of like you're not allowed to go buy a car without talking to your wife. So having a spouse in the middle, just as effective.
Yep. I'm kind of like doing my certification. I gotta put it together.
Yeah.
Then get the certificate. Hey, is this together?
Right.
He goes, yes, it is. Next step.
Right.
So we're doing the same thing with AI. That's what we're trying to do.
We should be.
We should be more often.
Yeah, and it's the problem. So, like anything in IT, we all trust the vendor.
Sure.
And so the vendor says, hey, you could do all this cool stuff with it. And the reality is, not so much.
Problem is the vendor for like Amazon and vendors themselves. I mean, they're employees. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all trusting the AI to build the code and not really checking ahead of time.
Which is, Amazon came out and says, no, it wasn't our AI. Trust us. 'Cause
Trust us.
We want you to use the AI. So we're not going to tell you that was a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So Amazon is putting freezes 90-day. What was it? 90-day freeze.
On critical applications, but yeah.
Are other companies doing the same thing that just aren't saying it out loud?
Probably. I mean, anybody in the field that's using this, you're reading these things and you're reading the articles and we're asking ourselves, does this make a lot of sense?
Yeah.
But, I mean, to be honest, I have maybe more than the average amount of gray hair because I'm not young. We'll just put it that way. Or as my granddaughter, your daughter, told me, you're 69. You're old. Just accept that.
Yeah.
She's smart. I get it. I probably will not kick as high as, I'm never going to kick anybody in the head and Taekwondo. So I should just accept that.
You're just not, yeah.
So, but the key is experience tells you as we go through any major shifts. So if we think AI is scary from a shift, now we start using biological computers. Oh goodness!
Yeah, I mean that's the scariest part.
Yeah,
when I was looking at everything, going, I mean, we're doing just brain cells, and they're just talking little,
just a handful of brain cells.
Handful of brain cells. What happens when they start putting an actual whole brain?
When they start building lots of that stuff.
Or I just donate my brain. Hey, use my brain for the next AI.
Please, not your brain.
My brain will be awesome to use. It'd be going all over the place.
I don't know what to say. Which might have value.
Yeah.
This is kind of what it is, and to be honest, I'm not a neuroscientist. Never played one on television.
No.
Outside of here, maybe.
Right,
but I don't know some of the ramifications on this, and to be honest, nobody really does.
Yep.
But it's already being used. You can go out to CO1 Cortical Labs in Melbourne, Australia. It says here, and you can, for probably an ungodly amount of money, start to actually reserve space, because it's not like I'm going to reach into David's head and pull some brain cells out and mount it up myself.
They're actually growing the brains.
They're actually growing the brain cells there, getting that built and treating it as a cloud service.
Sure.
So yeah, a whole other conversation.
Talk Talk about being in the cloud.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably talk about, at some point in time, the discussions about how we write your brain into code and then you could save it.
Well, or just, I mean, to be honest, my head in cloud.
Yep.
Saying. Sorry. The dead jokes. My brain's in the cloud.
Yeah.
Talk about my website up there. My AI. Not me.
Show your work. So, technology keeps changing on us all the time. And to be honest, if you can't laugh about it, you can't play. But you do need to take stuff seriously.
Yeah. So how do you audit, like, as an individual? Kind of, what are some things you should think about?
If you're doing these things, to be honest, we don't even have the right ethical questions yet to ask about doing biological computing. If we're using brain cells, it's a huge question of, does it have sentence? Does it thinking on its own? Does it have consciousness?
That's the biggest thing right now in my mind is because we already think about AI as already doing stuff on its own.
Right.
If we give it biological stuff, now is it alive? Is it alive? Is it not alive?
So there's two ways to ask that question. Is it alive? So, okay, do I trust the results because does it have its own desires? If you haven't watched 2001: A Space Odyssey, please do so. Down that path. And then the next question is, though, if you've essentially created life, have we created life in this situation? And do we have obligations to that life?
Sure.
That's a side that we really haven't kicked around very much, even in the AI field, because we're so far along from that where that's going to be. But
we're already having. You can go to a social media accounts that are run by AI that is strictly AI. Now that AI is now maybe powered by a brain, gets into the whole. Actually, that makes a good observation. Comment down below if you think by having the AI run on brain power,
right?
Is it alive or not? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. And is the offset, because the discussion is, I could run a data center, what these guys are saying, on the amount of power for a cell phone versus having a huge generator running.
Yeah.
So is there
a benefit?
Is there a huge benefit that we maybe don't want to have to ask those hard questions because we want the benefit? And when has that ever gone well for us?
It's always gone well. Always.
Yeah. It's like when the vendor comes in and they say, trust me.
Just trust.
It's kind of like when the teenager says, trust me, Dad, I'm going to be able to do this.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And shall we walk through those? Maybe I should post a list.
It's not. We don't. That's too long of a list.
I
don't think there's enough characters to even go through it.
Yeah, because then unfortunately your granddaughter would see the list, so we don't want that to happen.
So with that, let us know what your thoughts are. Is brain-powered AI alive or not? And is it good?
Yeah, love to hear your thoughts on this one. Because we could go a lot of different ways on that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, they'd all be interesting. So, wait until, if somebody uses brain cells from somebody that has malicious background, do we have to do background screening of those?
You hit that.
Okay, food for thought, because now we've wandered off in another path because it is Squirrel Trails. That's what we do.
Yeah, nope. You can't. There's a whole. Yep. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Until next time, happy trails.
Take care, all.